Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the walking preacher here. I'm going to try not to be on too long, but I've been praying and I've been studying for just a little bit, and I come across a passage in Luke, and it's a very familiar verse, story of the Bible. And as I was praying, and then I read it, and then I was praying again, it just something hit me in my spirit, and I just want to share this. So just bear with me. I get a little emotional because it's not me; it's the Holy Spirit. Like you can read here, it says, "Just come home." And I was praying and I was reading, and it's Luke 15, verses 12 through 20. But I want to focus on 17 to 20, and then I want to tell you what the Holy Spirit said to me. It said, "But when he came to himself," and like I said, this is about the prodigal son. And it says in verse 17, "But when he came to himself, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise, and I will go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' And he arose and came to his father. But when he was still a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him." Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, just give me a few minutes, because like I said, the Holy Spirit hit me with this, and I want to reach out to people that are far off. Ladies and gentlemen, I was there. I was a prodigal son a long time ago, and I know some of you now are probably watching this, or will be watching this a little bit later, and maybe you're not right. Maybe you're a little bit far off, and living an illicit lifestyle that we shouldn't be living, and we're doing what we shouldn't be. We're doing basically what we shouldn't be doing. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I was reading this and I was praying about it, and the Holy Spirit hit me. And like I said, this is hard for me because I was there. And when I was in the stupor state that I was in, something amazing come to me, because, ladies and gentlemen, I ran away from God, and I ain't gonna give the year. I'll get into that later. But I ran away from God. And I wanted nothing more to do with him. I said, you know what, just give everything that's entitled to me. I want to live my life and live my life alone. And I did. Well, when I came to my senses, like this young gentleman that Jesus was talking about in the prodigal son, I sat there and said, maybe I'll just go back to Father and tell him I'm sorry, because I sinned against him and I sinned against heaven. And I was nowhere, like I told him, I said, I'm not worthy to be your son no more. Just forgive me so I can at least just go into the gates. And then I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll just be a humble servant. It didn't bother me. But the most amazing thing is, when I got on my knees and I cried out to the Lord and said, Lord, I've sinned against you and sinned against heaven. And I just want to be, I'll be whatever you need me to be, but I'm not worthy to be yours no more. The most amazing thing befell upon me, and that was compassion and love. And these are the words that the Lord gave me, and I'm sharing them with you now. If you're far off and you're wondering what you need to do, and maybe you think you've just gone too far and you can't come back, I want to say these words to you that the Holy Spirit just told me just a few minutes ago. Arise and come back home. You're welcome here. Come back home. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you, and I'm praying for you. If you're far off like this young gentleman was, and like I was, like I said, I was living an illicit lifestyle. But I came to my senses, and I cried out to the Lord, and he heard me. Ladies and gentlemen, the Holy Spirit and God himself just wants me to say one more time, just come home. Just come home. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you soon. Just come home.